Tony Clubb and the rest of the middlemen, Ben Flower, Romain Navarrete, you talked about his role. His role won't change whether he's got 8, 10 or 13 as a role and responsibility. It'll be run hard, hit hard and tackle hard, and Tony Clubb's setting the benchmark for that. He's involved in that tackle, but obviously if he's giving those cheap meters and early penalties away, he might just wear the wrath of Sean Wayne.
Drive forward again here from Dominic Peyrou. Roby. Thompson once again bounces off the first man. Clubb is in close attendance. This is Roby. Roby then gets it away to Farge. Farge finds Richardson. Good hands. Ryan Morgan. Great tackle by his opposite number. Good tackle by Dan Sargentson. Swift to Richardson. Here's Wilkin. Wilkin finds Amor. Navarrete and Bateman. They're hunting in pairs, those two tonight. Down he goes, 9 meters shy. They've got 1 tackle left this set. Here is Theo Farge. Now, was that played up by Wigan? I think it was. It's going to be a scrum down and head and feed to Saints.
This is a play that they've put on several times this year. Usually from Zeb Taylor back to Ben Barber, and they've scored. Pass out, then pass in. But Wigan's defence is alert on the side the first 10 minutes. Wigan hand goes to the ball though, just touching it from Sam Powell. So as the ball's restarted here, they'll get 6 more players attacking his Wigan line, and at the end, as we approach 10th minute, that has been a pretty average start from the Saints so far.
Eddie, you just saw a ricochet in back play. Sam Powell, the man getting treatment there. He wasn't ready, he wasn't flexed or tensed, and a couple of players fell on him and his knee bent in an awkward way. Just watch that one. The physio's giving some attention, give the thumbs up. It was an awkward twist and tweak of the knee.
Only 1 defeat away from home all year for the Saints, who have possession from the base of that scrum. Here is Lomax, filling in tonight in his recognised role of the past couple of years. But Ben Barber, of course, has been operating at full-back all season for St. Helens. Out tonight, should be back next week, and will be fresh, they hope, for the semi-final of the Challenge Cup. Richardson to Farge, short ball, Peyrou, getting ever closer. St. Helens brought down. Sargentson last man in, and having a little word in the ear of Dominic Peyrou. Farge finds Wilkin. This is Amor. Amor with the offload, and it keeps going to Wilkin, out wide from Richardson. Richardson finds Grace, good hands, back to Makinson. Good defence though from Hankinson. He's only been here less than a week. He's done well there. Good start from Chris Hankinson here tonight. Wilkin gives it to Thompson. Thompson nowhere to go. Ben Flower around him. Down he goes. Last tackle coming up then for Saints. After that knock on, Wilkin again. Back to Farge. Farge dabs the kick through. Oh, it's a collision. The ball has come free, and I think Peyrou will be given the try here, and he is. Dominic Peyrou gets the first try of the night on his 70th St. Helens appearance for the league leaders. There was a collision between 2 Wigan players as they went for that loose ball. They lost it, and it was a gift for Dominic Peyrou, the Samoan and Cook Islands international. And Saints are ahead.
Well, a repeat set of 6 for Saints. They were aware of the pressure on the inside. And when they camp down here, the Saints, they know exactly what sort of plays to put in. And Theo Farge comes up with a decent kick, spots the defensive line, comes up, he's got eyes for the man who's carrying the ball. So there's going to be some space at the back, and then there's some lack of communication at the back between Dan Sargentson and Liam Marshall. A little mistake, and then Peyrou, another player who's been in good form all year.
We've already mentioned John Wilkin and his involvement and influence on this St. Helens side. He doesn't take that play to us when Tony Clubb, who's taken another bang, toughed it out at the back end of that game.
Yes, he got up, shook his head then, Tony Clubb, and he's getting back now into the defensive line alongside the referee. I don't think it'll be long before Clubb's off the field, and he's through. It's Thompson, went straight through Tony Clubb. He's got Lomax. Oh, he's trying to do Sam Tompkins for pace and step. Quick play the ball needed, awful play the ball. They'll get the penalty. They'll get the penalty, Will St. Helens. And the coach wants 2. What will the players decide?
What's the bin as well, didn't it? Wasn't that if you lip read?
Do you know what? Isn't he an athlete, Luke Thompson? They go for 2-point tape, but when he makes that break, the speed that he's got as a front rower, he's tough. when he gets through the line, look, he causes problems by how strong he goes into collision. Then he'll back himself, then he'll try and open him up. He went to school with Joe Burgess, and he was telling me on a school day, on the sports days, Eddie, he actually used to beat him in the 100-metre sprint. Obviously, he's put on a bit more beef now.
He's carrying a little bit.
Since he was the same size as Joe Burgess.
He uses that to his advantage.
He's very quick.
He's power, he's fast twitch fibres all the way, and if he breaks that line, the reason he backs himself is he scored a fabulous try at the back end of the game against R.F.C. Got over the line, rounded the fullback. It must have been deja vu all over again for him when he broke and made all those meters, but he'll take that. He's not necessarily paid to draw and pass the fullback, make the meters, make the breaks and do your job.
Yeah, it was a barnstorming try last week against Hull. And this penalty from Richardson now will squeeze the St. Helens lead further to 8-0, providing he is successful. You would think he would be, Richardson, because he's already kicked with the one tonight 96 goals for the season. This will be 97, the very best in Super League. 211 points so far, 213 is beckoning. And an 8-point lead is beckoning too. And that's what it is. Coming up to the midway point in this first half. First goal line drop out of the evening. Richardson gets it on the first bounce to halfway. Here's Talima Tautai. Oh! Matty Lees.
I think that was Matty Lees. Wow.
Douglas was there as well. McCarthy-Scarsbrook's out there too. Look at this. Whoa. Well, pick any one from three. Oh, Tautai's dropped it.
And that's, we were talking about intimidation. Previously, Tony Club putting a bit of pressure on the standoff on scrum half, Danny Richardson. Well, St. Helens collectively have done the same to the big fella just on the pitch. He got absolutely bushwhacked by Matty Lees. There you go. Shoulder in.
But another penalty, this time for offside on their own line. Do they take two now?
Keep going, Eddie. Just keep going. If you run the first one, you run the next one, because you've had 3 or 4 more tackles.
Let's give him some credit, the young Jack Ashworth. He kept his legs, he kept in that fight, and he drew the penalty out of Wigan.
So Saints laying siege to the Wigan line early in this second half. Roby to Amor. Good tackle low down by Tompkins. Roby again from dummy half. Fires the pass to Theophar. Short ball to Morgan. Knowles steps out of one challenge. Crashes over the line. Don't think that the touch judge and referee are at one over this. So they're going to hand it upstairs to James Child. I think it's the first time tonight the video referee has been called into action. They have a decision on the field of a try. And I think they're only checking on the grounding, Stuart.
That's right. Just want to make sure that the ball hit the ground correctly and in possession. Again, touch judge who's behind play has called for this review. You can see there, well, he's certainly in possession and the ball's grounded. That's fine. This will be confirmed.
Well, if you're not 100% certain, you have to hand it upstairs, I suppose, and James Child will confirm this. Tries in 3 of the last 4 visits to Wigan now for Morgan Knowles. Must enjoy coming over the hill. Only his second try of the season, but how important might this be? 2017, St. Helens are repeating the Tigers' feat in 2018. Richardson to try and add the extras and make it even more difficult for Wigan, which he does. It squeezes in just inside the posts. He goes down. Powell waits behind him, 15 metres out, gives it to Bateman. Bateman then finds Woods. Woods goes wide and Sargentson skips one. Sargentson for the line. I think he's held up. Well, the referee's not 100% sure though. What will his decision be on the line, on the field? No try.
I think that shows a committed side. That.
What, for the defence?
For the defence. You're 14-0. You're winning in a derby game, and you come up with a play like this.
Well, this is as much about the restart. Is he short of the line, or is he over the line? You can see the ball's held up, and I think he's short of the line. So it'll be a restart of a play the ball to Wigan. If the video referee decides that it's just short of the line, then it will be the play the ball will take place where he's tackled.
Well, his head's over the line, isn't it? But the ball,
It's the ball.
isn't.
Yeah,
it's the ball.
it's all about the ball. I think you'd have to say that the ball's probably in line with the line, which is actually in the in-goal area. So that will mean it will be a play the ball 10 metres out. But it's certainly no try, and that will be confirmed.
So it's all about the 4 gone. Bateman again, 10 metres out. Luluai, Greenwood. The difference between the two sides, though, when Wigan pass, the people who are receiving the ball are standing. They're not moving on to it. Here's another chance, though, for them down the left-hand side. This is Sam Tompkins' turn. Tompkins now! Tompkins gets the try! It's his career 200th for Sam Tompkins. More importantly, it is a lifeline for Wigan.
Side-backs getting in again. The likes of Adam Swift, Makinson trying to help them out go forward. There he goes. He's got a great thing.
Makinson has seen a gap. Makinson has got some support from Regan Grace. He's trying to turn Tompkins. He didn't know that we're up behind him. Was coming another defender. And it was Tom Davis. Used to be here, didn't he, once upon a time?
He probably having a heart attack over in Australia.
Richardson with a deep kick over the top of Tompkins. Finds touch. That's fantastic.
Well, he knows what he needs, doesn't he?
He's getting the crowd going as well. They don't take much to get them going in 2018.
Well, you'll take anything. You'll soak up the atmosphere, won't you? Knowing that when you've travelled over the hill, you've gone to the DW Stadium and you've come away with the league points.
How Justin Morgan's doing, by the way. He's all right, isn't he?
I think he was at the New Zealand Warriors last as a coach. I'm not sure whether he's still coaching.
Good guy.
Belting fella.
Whole KR, good guy.
Belting fella, but not here tonight.
No,
importantly.
no. But Justin Holbrook is.
He's done a wonderful job with his
Hasn't he,
St.Helens. He's changed the mentality. Jamal Elisi, Sean Long, all his coaching staff.
They're playing with a smile on their face. They're coaching with a smile on their face. They're supporting with smiles on their face.
Eddie, they've always been able to attack Saints over the Super League era. Them fans have been entertained by some of the tries that they've scored. Defensively, I think sometimes it's let them down. I think in recent times you look at them and you think not only are they good with the ball, they're good when they've not got the ball as well.
And I hate to keep harking back, but that's exactly the same thing we were saying about Castleford this time last year. Last throw of the dice from Wigan. Regan Grace just thumps the ball into touch. I don't think we'll get this scrum formed in time. St. Helens are going home with the victory. First home defeat for the Wigan Warriors, and the worst possible home defeat for Wigan Warriors for the first.